Hello friends, my name is Laristoni and you are watching News on Map India segment by Drishti IAS. In these videos, we will be talking about certain locations which has been important from your current affairs point of view. We will be seeing these locations in the form of MCQs so that extra knowledge can be gathered from that and it will be easy for you to remember them. So let's start with the 37th episode, and here we will see practice question which was given to you in the previous lecture. So let's see the question. Regarding Matua community, consider the following statements. Originally from the East Pakistan, Matuas migrated to India during the partition after creation of Bangladesh. Matua Mahasangh is religious reformation movement that originated in 1860s, around 1860s AD by Harichan Thakur. The Matua community has significant presence in West Bengal. How many of the above statements are correct? You have to choose the correct statements. So let's see. When you are talking about this particular community, that is your Matua community, and it is found in right now they have a huge presence in West Bengal of India. But when we are talking about the ancestry or the origin of this community, they are from the eastern Pakistan of that time, okay, or you can say Bangladesh of today's time. And these particular sect, they are belonging or they have some kind of similarity with the Hindu sect, and they have seen persecution over there and they started to migrate towards you can say India, and mostly now they are present in the West Bengal, or you can say eastern part of the West Bengal, somewhere over here. Okay, so this is about the Matua community. When we are talking about the sect, or you can say Matua Mahasangh as a religious reform movement, there is this person who has started this particular you can say movement. He was Harichan Thakur. Okay, so let's see. So here you can see a picture. He is Harichan Thakur. He has started this particular Matua Mahasangh. But before that, recently Prime Minister of India has urged people to visit Matua Mahamela in large number. Okay, so this particular fact you can remember, that is Matua Mahamela. Matuas trace their ancestry to East Bengal, or you can say Bangladesh of today's time. Many of them entered West Bengal after partition and after formation of Bangladesh. Okay, so there have been waves of migration from that particular area. And then Matua Mahasangh, a religious reform movement and a sect, was founded by Harichan Thakur in East Bengal in mid 1800s, or you can say 1850s, 60s around. Okay, so he is Harichan Thakur. Now, keeping that in mind, we can say that these all statements are true. Option C would be your right answer. Okay, so let's move further. Question number 1 of the day. Pyungru Lake, Vasudhara, Maban Lake, which were recently in news, they are located in Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Assam or Meghalaya. Now, when we are talking about these lakes were in news because of a particular phenomena, that is your Glacial Lake Outburst floods. Okay, there was a recent study which says that Uttarakhand has nearly more than 13, or you can say 13 most vulnerable places or most vulnerable lakes which can go undergo this Glacial Lake Outburst floods. Okay, these Glacial Lake Outburst floods were there. You must have heard about this southern Lohnak Lake, because of which there was this floods in the Teesta River, which we have already discussed. So this particular phenomena has made sure that in Uttarakhand there are 13 most vulnerable lakes. Okay, out of those 13 lakes, there are these 3 lakes which are from Uttarakhand. Okay, so here we can see this is basically Uttarakhand, and there are many lakes which are present over here. You can see these are the Vasudhara, Maban, Pyungru. Other than that, there are various lakes which has not been identified, which are having this threat of Glacial Lake Outburst. Okay, so when we are talking about this question, answer is Uttarakhand. But when we see this Glacial Lake Outburst floods, what happens over here is that, let's say this is your glacier. Okay, now you know that this is made up of ice, and because of the warming etc., ice is continuously, you can say, melting. Okay, because of the melting ice, you can say at the foothills of this particular glacier, you can say there can be deposition of water over here. Okay, and there is this temporary embankment, okay, which is holding this particular water. Okay, now because of the melting, let's say these glaciers are residing backward because slowly these glaciers are melting. Okay, so let's say this area has been resided to a particular place, let's say Okay, so from here this has resided till here. Okay, now because of this much ice which has been actually melted, this particular level of water will rise. Okay, when this water level rises, or otherwise also if there is a hydrological pressure which is put forward by the water over here, because water has its weight, water has the pressure to exert, so that is your hydrological pressure. Because of this hydrological pressure, this particular embankment, or this particular you can say the bank over here which is holding the water over here, that can collapse. Okay, now because of this particular collapse, the lower riparian area of this river flowing over there, or lower riparian areas of this particular lake, they can face flash floods. Okay, so that is basically an phenomena of glacial lake outburst floods. Okay, because of this glacial lake, there is a water which is increasing over here, and ultimately if this embankment collapsing, then there will be a flood in the lower riparian area. Okay, so that is the phenomena, and because of which Uttarakhand has been in news, and these three lakes like Pyungru, Vasudhara and Maban lake, they have been in the newspaper. Okay, now moving further, question number 2, consider the following statement with reference to Asola Bhati Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, it is situated as the wildlife corridor which starts from Sariska National Park in Alwar and passes through the various districts of Haryana. Okay, so they are saying that something this particular area is in Rajasthan, and it is you can say its expanse is still there in Haryana as well. Okay, then native plants in the sanctuary exhibit xerophytic adaptations such as thorny appendages, wax coated and juicy tomentose leaves. Okay, so here they are basically talking about xerophytic adaptation, or you can say xerophytic fauna over here, flora over here. Okay, so basically when we are talking about xerophytic, these are found in the areas which are arid, or you can say desert like areas. So obviously this particular thing can be there in Rajasthan. Okay, now we are talking about this particular Asola Bhati Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in Rajasthan. Here you can see this is the corridor over here. Okay, there was this particular survey which has happened in this particular area regarding these wild cats, and that is why it was in news. So this is area of Alwar. Okay, so you can say that this is Rajasthan. When we are talking about this area, that is Nu or Gurgaon, this is your Haryana. Okay, so now it is clear that its expanse is starting from Rajasthan and it goes up to Haryana. Okay, and it was in news because of a survey which was conducted related to these big cats in Rajasthan, and that is why we have taken this question. Now this is the area that is of Sariska Tiger Reserve. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now coming to the question again, here this is situated as a wildlife corridor between Sariska National Park in Alwar and passes through the various districts of Haryana. This statement is correct, and we have already talked about the native varieties, or you can say native type of flora over there, that is xerophytic. Okay, so this statement is also correct. So both 1 and 2 would be your right answer. Okay, now coming to the question number 3, consider the following pairs. National park are given and the states are given. Jim Corbett National Park, we have talked about it many times. Then Kuno National Park and Raimona National Park. There are certain states which are given: Uttarakhand, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. Now if we are having a look at Jim Corbett National Park, you can say it is in Uttarakhand. That is correct, because we know that we have talked about it various times. Then when we are talking about Kuno is in MP, Madhya Pradesh. It has been in news because of the cheetah population, etc. Other than that, of the Asiatic lions population. So Kuno is in Madhya Pradesh and not in Gujarat. Okay. Then Raimona National Park, it is not in Uttar Pradesh, it is in Assam. Okay, so please remember this. So only 1 is your right answer. Okay, so only 1. Okay, now you can see the locations. This is the map here. When we are talking about our Uttarakhand, we have Jim Corbett over here. Okay, other than that, Gangotri, Govind, Nanda Devi National Park, Rajaji, Valley of Flowers, all these areas are present over here. Then when we are talking about our Raimona, here you can see Raimona is there in Assam. Other than that, there is Dibru Shikhowa, Dihang Patkai, Kaziranga, Manas, Naveri, Orang. All of these are very important. Please remember their names. Okay. Then the third one was your Kuno, that was in MP. Okay. So in Madhya Pradesh, we have Kuno. Okay. Other than that, there is Pench, there is Panna, there is Kanha. Panna has been in news because of the you can say that water link project, that is Kane and Betwa. Okay, so these areas can be important. Other than that, also there are various national parks in India which are given in this particular picture. So before going to exam, you can revise this picture. Okay, or you can take a screenshot of it. Okay. Now moving further, I have already told the answer. Only 1 is correct. That is Jim Corbett. It is Uttarakhand. This Kuno is in MP and Raimona is in Assam. Okay, now we can move further. Question number 4. Pushpagiri Wildlife Sanctuary (PWS) is located in which of the states? Karnataka, Assam, Manipur, or Tamil Nadu? Now, when we are talking about this particular, you can say Pushpagiri, that is in Karnataka here. Okay, so here in this particular area, here you can see this is Karnataka. Okay, and it was in news because the Karnataka government, the state government, has banned the trekking in this particular area, in the area of forest, because there are various pollution which are happening because of the garbage people put over there. Other than that, because of this particular trekking activities over there, there was some negative impact on the wildlife over there. Okay, so that is why they have actually banned the trekking in this particular area. That is basically your Pushpagiri, okay, in Karnataka. So Karnataka is your right answer. Now, question number 5. Consider the following statement regarding Ahobilam Temple Complex. It is located in Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve. It has 9 temples of Lord Narasimha located within the Nalamala forest. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the statements which are correct over here. When we are talking about this Ahobilam, here you can say this is the picture which is Ahobilam. Okay. And here you can see this is your Nagarjuna Srisailam. When we are talking about this whole patch, this is basically your Nagarjuna Srisailam because it is a forest. Okay, so it has the higher expanse, and in this particular area only we have Ahobilam. Okay, so this Ahobilam temple is located in Andhra Pradesh near Nagarjuna Srisailam Tiger Reserve. Okay, so this statement is correct. Statement second is also correct. That is related. There are 9 temples, okay, of Narasimha, and this particular location was in news because of the New Year, that is Ugadi. So Ugadi news, that is a Telugu New Year, and this was celebrated in this particular complex of this temple, and that is why it was in news. So we have taken this question. Okay, so when we are talking about this question, answer would be C, both 1 and 2. Now we can move further. Question number 6. Consider the following statement with reference to the Tungabhadra Dam. Tungabhadra Dam, also known as Pampa Sagar, is a multi-purpose dam constructed in Ballari district of Karnataka. Then second is, it is lifeline of 6 chronically drought-hit districts of Bellary, Koppal, Raichur in Karnataka, and Anantapur, Kadapa, and Kurnool in neighboring Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so these 2 statements, when we are having a look at it, we have taken this question because recently Karnataka government has proposed another dam on the Tungabhadra river, and because of which the Telangana had some issues related to it, and they have came up with this particular issues with the Karnataka government, and that is why this particular area of Tungabhadra river and Tungabhadra dam was in news. We know that Karnataka is a water scarce, or you can say there is some water crisis which is going on in Karnataka, and that is why they are going for certain things, certain activities like building dams, etc. Other than that, Karnataka is also famous for the Kaveri river dispute, so that is also important. Now, Tungabhadra Dam is also known as Pampa Sagar. This is correct. It is multi-purpose dam constructed in the Ballari district of Karnataka. This is correct. When we are talking about the, you can say, beneficiary, so 3 districts of Karnataka and 3 districts of Andhra Pradesh are beneficiary of this particular project. So these both statements are correct. Here you can see, when we are talking about Tungabhadra river, this is your Tungabhadra river. Okay, when we are talking about this particular Tungabhadra is the tributary of a particular river. I would want you to name that river in the comment box. But here you can see, I can tell you the location. From here it starts, and then Tungabhadra merges with this particular river and goes to the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so here you can see there are various there is a river system over here. So I would want you to name this particular river system. Okay, now when we are talking about this Tungabhadra, here Karnataka is trying to build a dam, and since Telangana is the lower riparian state. Okay, so this is how this river is going to Telangana, or you can say it is making a border between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, because of this particular project, beneficiary are Karnataka as well as the Andhra Pradesh. Okay, now this particular river is forming a boundary between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and this Telangana is also a lower riparian state of this particular river. And if Karnataka is making a dam over here, then they will have a problem, or Telangana or state of Telangana will have a problem with that. Okay, because their water requirement would get hampered out of it. Okay, so that is why you can say these 2 statements are correct. Now C would be your right answer. Question number 7. Consider the following statements. The Indian laurel or silver oak tree is native of areas of Southeast Asia and India and grows in the tropical and subtropical climates. Okay. Now, second statement is the Konda Reddy tribe is particularly vulnerable tribal group living in the Papikonda Hills range in Godavari region. Okay. So when we are talking about this particular type of tree, that is Indian laurel or silver oak. So recently there was this particular incident wherein the forest officers has actually cut the bark of this particular tree, and they found that there is water coming out of that. Okay, so this particular tribe, Konda Reddy tribe, they have given some knowledge, they have this traditional knowledge with respect to this particular plant, and they have shared it with the forest officers that this is the kind of plant which has this particular tendency to do that. So that is why this particular plant was in news. So when we are talking about this statement, Indian laurel or the silver oak is native to areas of Southeast Asia and Southeast Asia and India, and grows in the tropical and the subtropical climates. When we are talking about Southeast Asia and India, so obviously these are tropical and subtropical areas. So we can say that that statement is correct. Here you can see this is basically your Konda tribe, Konda Reddy tribe. Okay, and here this is the area where this tribe is found. Okay, and now when we are talking about the place, okay, so when we are talking about this particular plant, here you can see that is Indian silver oak. It is found in tropical as well as subtropical. Okay, so that is about the statement number 1. So that is true. Now, Konda Reddy tribe is particularly vulnerable group found in the Papikonda hill range in the Godavari region. Okay, so when we are talking about the region over here, this is Papikonda. Okay, and this is your Godavari river. Okay, and this is in Andhra Pradesh. So we can say that that statement is also true. Okay, so I hope that is clear. You know that this particular tree has this specific feature wherein it was the bark was cut and then they have seen water coming out of it. Okay, so these two statements are correct. So option C would be your right answer. Now question number 8. Consider the following statements. British India Company established the Madras Observatory, first of its kind in the part of the world. In this part of the world, when we are talking about this is pre-independence. Then the Evershed effect was discovered from the sunspot observation made through this particular observatory. Recently, it celebrated 125th anniversary on 1st of April 2024. This is the only observatory offering high resolution digitized image for such a long period. Okay, so now when we are talking about this particular observatory, they are basically talking about a solar observatory over here, and this is the first observatory in this region when Britishers were ruling over our lands. Then they have established this particular observatory, and it was in news because it has completed 125th anniversary. That is why we have taken this question. Now coming to the locations here. Astronomical Observatory Nainital. Now Nainital is not near Madras, so they are talking, when we are talking about this Madras Observatory, they have given a hint, so that is eliminated. Then Mount Abu Infrared Observatory, this is in Rajasthan, again this is incorrect. Then Indian Astronomical Observatory Henley. When you must have actually, if you have followed our session, you know that Henley is in Ladakh. This observatory was recently set up, or you can say Henley is also designated as India's first dark sky reserve. Okay, so that is also incorrect. Now Kodai Canal Solar Observatory, that is in Tamil Nadu, and that is in vicinity of Madras, or you can say the old name of Tamil Nadu was Madras. So this particular option D would be your right answer. So Britishers has given this particular name, and now this particular place is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, now coming to the locations, here you can say this is your Kodai Canal Solar Observatory in Tamil Nadu. Here you can say 25th anniversary has been celebrated recently on 1st April 2024. Celebration by Indian Institute of Astrophysics, an autonomous institution in the Department of Science and Technology, to remember the history of KSO, facilitates its scientists and honor the legacy of a milestone for astronomy in India. It was established in 1st April 1899 by the British. The observatory has been cradle of research in the solar astrophysics ever since. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Please remember the name of this particular institution. Other than that, please remember Henley in Ladakh, that is a dark sky reserve of India which has been set up recently. Okay, now coming to the practice question, or you can say here answer we have already discussed, that is D. Now we can see the last part, that is your practice question. Recently, Khatia village and the Patta Bait were two places seen in the news. These are associated with archaeological excavations, widespread occurrence of infectious diseases, proposed site for an agricultural research and tribal festivals. Okay, so you have to attempt this question and answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to wrap up this session, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.